In the prison, there was a strange custom. Whenever a prisoner died, the warden would verify their death by burning the deceased's ankle with a torch, before wrapping the body in a shroud and tossing it into the sea at noon. However, this entire process was closely observed by a prisoner in the adjacent cell. As soon as the guards walked away, the man quickly slipped out of his cell, dragged the old man's corpse back to his own room, and cut off some of his hair to stick on the old man's face, making it look like he was still sleeping. After arranging all the details, he hurried back to the neighboring cell, dug out a treasure map the old man had hidden in the wall, and then sewed himself into the body bag. After that, he could only leave his fate to the heavens. Fortunately, the guards didn't suspect anything, though to be absolutely certain, they still attached a several hundred-pound iron ball before throwing the body into the sea. If not for the sharp knife the old prisoner had left him before passing, he would have surely sunk into the bottomless abyss like that iron weight. Breaking free from his restraints, Jack desperately swam toward the light at the surface, finally escaping from the clutches of death. This story is none other than literature's most brilliant and spectacular revenge drama, The Count of Monte Cristo. By the time the guards discovered something was wrong, Jack had already swum to shore, slipped into a farmhouse for a hearty meal, and shed his shameful prison uniform. When he accidentally caught sight of himself in a mirror, he was startled by his reflection. Having not seen a mirror in 14 years, the weathered, unfamiliar face before him left him momentarily disoriented. He thought back to the bride he never got to marry and the father who had once been proud of him. If not for his friend's betrayal, he should have had a happy, fulfilling life. A few days later, Jack returned to his childhood town with vague memories and a simple disguise, desperately hoping to find his father. But fate dealt him another crushing blow. His father had long since passed away. He forced himself to walk into the cemetery, where the pastor told him his father had died alone in the cold winter of 1825, with no one attending his funeral. Everyone had said his son, Jack, was executed for treason 14 years ago. Hearing this, Jack was both furious and bewildered. He was clearly still alive, so why did everyone say he was dead? Carrying these mysteries with him, he found his fiancée Sarah's home, only to discover his former love had long since married and moved far away, and her husband was none other than Fernando, the man most likely responsible for his imprisonment. Just like that, Jack had nothing left. He wandered the streets like a soulless zombie. Then he saw a guard beating a passerby. 14 years of pent-up rage erupted instantly. He charged at the guard like a wild beast, venting all his frustrations. What he never expected was that this act of intervention would make the passerby, a man named Jake, his most loyal follower. While evading patrols, Jack learned that Jake had a ship at the harbor. An idea immediately formed: he would take Jake to find the treasure left by the old prisoner. That place was the legendary Isle of Monte Cristo, where he would undergo the greatest transformation of his life. This thrilling revenge drama is called The Count of Monte Cristo. Interested viewers should check out the original film.